start the day. I've actually been awake since 5:20 because I had a nightmare. So all you need this morning for our Barre Core, which is quite glute focused, is a pilates ball. And if you then come down onto your mat, because we're going to warm up on the mat and do our whole workout down on the mat. So just start sitting back on your heels, and then I just want you to sweep the arms up overhead as you inhale. And then exhale, just bring them back down. And then inhale. Exhale down. Inhale. And exhale back down. 2 more. Reaching nice and high. Last time. Bring the hands down, then circling these shoulders up around the ears. And change direction. And 5, good, okay. Bringing yourself onto all fours, hands down underneath the shoulders, knees hip distance apart. Spread those fingers wide. And then just dropping your tummy, looking forward. And then arch that back, press away from the mat, just warming up the spine. Dropping down, look up. Arch away. And drop. And arch away. Doesn't like my reggae, here we go, sorry. Rocky. Keep going with these. Okay, and then from there, come back to this neutral position and then sit your bottom back towards your heels. And then as you inhale, just take your hands a little bit further forward. As you inhale, come through and just come into a up dog or up straight arm cobra. Just straightening that back and then pushing back towards your heels. Again, just working through the spine. And coming through and up, just look ahead. And then circling back to the heels. And through. Look up. And then back. Last 2. Just warming up after our night. Look up. And then 1 more. And to this upright position. Good. And then from there, bringing yourself back onto all fours, bringing these hands back down underneath the shoulders. I want you to exhale, take up your right arm, take up your left leg, and just point the toes. And then just draw a knee underneath, so elbow to knee, and then take it long. And then draw underneath, and take it long. Underneath, and long. Just working through this balance, warming up these glutes. Under, and left. 1 more this side. And take it long, and then bring it down. Into the other side, getting this nice neutral spine before you start, then taking your left arm long, right leg, and then meet under, and then go long, and under, and go long, good, under, and long, under, long, 1 more, under, and long. And bring it down. Sit back towards your heels and just rotate these wrists 5 times in one direction. I'm just going to shut the door, it's freezing. The dog's just been out. Okay. And then we're going to bring ourselves onto our sides. And we're going to take hold of the ball, or if you haven't got a ball, you're just going to take a small cushion or a face towel and wrap it up. And we're going to hold it behind the knee. So just squeezing it nice and close behind that knee. Feeling the gentle tension of the hamstring, and then you're just going to lie down and rest your head on your arm just to protect that neck. Keep it just resting in what feels like a comfortable position. Then I just want you to bring your knees, shuffle them just a little bit forward, and then check you're not leaning too far back. Place your other hand in front of you for a bit of extra support. And then we're going to keep the toes bent, pointed, sorry, and then you're just going to lift nice and high and then come back down. So just doing a nice straightforward clam lift and down, squeezing that ball the whole time. Down, lift and down, lift, down. So getting up as high as you can, letting this hip rotate but without the upper body moving at all. Keep pressing down into the mat. Keep going for 8 more. 8, down, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold up number 1, and then just bring it down a little. So you've got this nice kind of line from the hip down to the knee, and then the foot is lifted up in line as well. And then we're going to come all the way forward, so up near the elbow, and then go all the way back. But I want you to really focus on keeping the upper body still. Bring it forward, then take it back. So you're trying to travel straight across this plane, forward and behind, forward and behind. So once you know that you're definitely keeping along that plane, we'll just speed it up a little. So bringing it forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Good. 8 more of these. Drawing in and behind. So going far enough behind that you can feel the glute activating. 6 and back. 5 and back. 4 and back. 3 and back. 2 and back. Then the last one. And back. Bring it to the front, and then you're just going to bring your knees together, pointing this toe nice and high, and then toes together, creating this nice diamond shape. So really exaggerate the moves. Toes, knees, squeezing that ball, toes, knees, toes, knees, toes, knees, toes, knees, toes, knees, toes. Keep going. Knees, toes, 3, toes, 2, toes, 1, toes. Bring the knees back together, and then what you're going to do is just slide that knee down to the ground in front of you so it touches the ground, and then open up behind. So bring it to the earth, open behind, down to the ground, open behind. Again, focusing on keeping that upper body nice and still. Tap, open behind, tap, open behind, tap. So kind of think of like a diagonal from the front, up and back. Still squeezing that ball. Should really be feeling it in this top glute. Tap and behind, tap and behind. Last 3, left. Last 2, left. Last 1, lift and hold. Now what we're going to do is just bring it down so it's just behind this front knee. So you might not be able to touch the ground. You're just going to lower it down, then lift it up. Lower it down and lift. Lower it down and lift. Lower and lift. 4, 8, lift. Try and get some height on that lift. 7, lift. 6, lift. This should really be waking up those glutes. 4, lift, 3, lift, still bringing it behind that other knee, 2, lift, hold up this last one, and we're going to fast squeeze, squeeze, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, bring it down. Right, that should have really warmed up those glutes. So we're going to bring it over to the other side. I'm just going to hold it and shut the door because the children have just come downstairs. I expect they're going to make noise otherwise. Okay, so bring yourself over onto the other side, and we're going to do the exact same thing over on this side. So lying down on the glute that's done the work, resting the head in the hand, drawing these knees in front a little, squeezing the ball behind that top knee. Okay, and then just pressing into this hand so we're not opening and moving. We're pressing into this hand all the way through. Pointing off those toes, and then nice big clams to start, feet apart. Left and down. Left. Oops, I've dropped my ball. Lift, down. That's because I got lazy and didn't keep squeezing. Woo. Keep going. We've got 8, down, 7, 6, 5. We're going to go straight from this section into another glute section. 3, and then we'll finish with abs. 2, and 1. Good. From there, doing this holding up, but lowering so you've got this nice flat plane. Then we're going to go forward across the plane towards the elbow, then behind. Forward, so we are actually using the abs here. We're recruiting these lower abs in order to take that ball forward and back. I've just realised I've got a little bit of DOMS. I imagine that's from yesterday's bar blast. Forward and behind. Forward and behind. Staying on this nice flat plane. So leading with the knee and then leading with that toe behind, keeping the upper body nice and still. Keep going. For 8, back, and 7, back, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it behind, then bring it back to the front. Bring those knees together, toes up high. Then pointing toes together, lifting the knees. Down, up, down. So make this as exaggerated as you can. So you're really maximising the lift part, really working those glutes. Toes. Keep going. 6, 5, toes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Do the full move. And then bring those knees together, toe up high. Then let it slide in front. And then you tap the floor in front. Back on the diagonal. Tap. So this is another bit where to make sure that you're not moving that upper body. Let these glutes do the work. Tap. Open up. Tap. Open up. Tap. Open up. Tap. Open up. Keep going. 4 more of these. Tap. And 3. Last 2. Lift. Last 1. Hold this lift. And now you're dropping it behind, lifting up. Drop behind. So it's just dropping behind the front knee. Down and lift. Don't worry, you won't be able to reach. Well, you might be able to reach the floor if you're super flexible. Or maybe if you've got longer legs. But while I'm squeezing the ball and doing this, I've got no chance of reaching the floor. But just bringing it down behind the other knee. Just checking you're feeling that move, because it just works the glute in a slightly different place. 4, down, 3, 2, and hold this one up and squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, wow. Okay, that should have got those glutes really nicely fired up. And then we're going to come over and we're going to come onto our front and we're going to go straight into another glute section. So for this one, we're just going to hold the ball between the hands. Just hold it there, keeping the upper body in position and flexed. Still. So the forearms, holding the ball, forearms down on the mat rather than up on those hands. Bringing the knees back, slide them back so they're underneath the knees, exactly hip distance apart, but underneath the knees. Don't let your knees come too far back, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to lift. We're all going to stay on the right knee, left knee, bring the weight onto the left knee. You're going to lift your right foot, you're going to flex that heel. And we're starting this move down here with the knees in line. So it's not a crunch in, this is our start point. And then from here, we're just going to flex up towards the sky. Then back down in line with the knees, flex up towards the sky. Slow move, flex up towards the sky. You should feel it almost instantly in the outside of that glute that we've been working already. Up, down in line with the knees, kicking that heel towards the sky. Good. Once you've got the move, make sure you're not turning to look at me. You don't want to hurt the neck. Up towards the sky, draw in. Should be really ouchy already after the work we've done. Draw in, kick up towards the sky. In and lift, in and lift. Keep going. We've got 4 and 3, 2 and 1. We're going to hold here, and then what you're going to do is bring it down, crossing the other leg, then kick it up and back on a kick up. Okay, so bring it down towards the ground, kick up towards the sky, cross over, up towards the sky. Good. Cross, up, cross, and extend. Cross over, extend, cross over, extend. For 6 and 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it up here. Heel kicking towards the back of the room, then bend, stretch, bend, stretch, bend, stretch, bend, stretch. Small move, kicking that heel back. Oh, you should really be feeling that. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here, lift up onto the right arm, point the toes on the right foot. Then you're going to bring this foot round, tap it to the side of you, then take it back behind. Bring it round, tap to the side, good, take it behind. So you can lift your hips up here, open up to the side, bring it down, and behind. Good, you should really be feeling this move to the outside of that glute now, and behind, down, and behind. Tap down, and behind. We've got 6 more of these. Down, behind. 5, and 4. Last 3, and behind. How are those glutes feeling? 2, and behind. 1 more, and behind. Then holding here, you're just going to tap to the floor, left, tap, left, tap, left, tap, left, tap, left, tap, left. Getting some nice height on these legs. Left, tap, left. We've got 8 more to finish. Left, 7, left, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up, bring it down. Just sit your bottom back towards your heels. Oh, have a little stretch out, reaching forward, holding onto that 4. So that glute should feel like it's really worked. Okay, so we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Just rub a bit of life back into that glute that you worked, and then coming back out. And remembering, we start this down with our hands, holding onto that ball, and just pressing our forearms down into the mat. Then walk your knees back, so they're directly down underneath these hips, and then go hip distance apart. And then we start the move, lifting that left leg, and our start point is down in line with the knees, and you flex that foot. And then we do this lovely slow controlled move up towards the sky with the heel, then back down. Lift up, back down, lift up. So this should feel quite nice at first. Just letting that other glute start doing the work. Just moving this glute that's tired, getting that blood flowing back around. Heel up towards the sky. We've got 8, bring it down. 7, 6, just resting my head on the ball. 5, feels quite nice. 4, 3, 2. Okay, from here, leaving that heel up towards the sky, then crossing that knee down over the other knee, then taking it up and extend the leg. So down, up, extend. Down, up, extend. All the time focusing on this heel reaching towards the back. Okay, it's not a toe point yet, that comes in a bit later. Cross, lift the heel, extend the leg. Cross and lift, cross and lift, cross and lift, cross and lift. Holding here and just bend, stretch, 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 for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then point the toes up onto this left arm, and then bringing the foot to the side and taking it behind and down. I just need to add ring BT onto my extremely long to-do list. Tap and lift, tap and lift, tap and lift, tap and lift, tap and behind, pointing the toes. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4 and 3. Last 2. Last 1. Holding behind, toe pointed, then tap and lift, tap and lift, tap and lift, tap and lift, tap and tap, tap and tap, for 8 and 7, 6 and 5, last 4, last 3, last 2, last 1. Good. Bring it down, sit your bottom back, stretch out into child's pose. And then we're going to come over onto our backs. And we're going to finish with some abs. So we're going to take the legs, take the ball, into your hands. And you're going to be reaching it up overhead. So just check you've got enough space on your mat that you can reach it overhead. We're going to press our lower back into the mat. And we're going to just tilt this pelvis up towards the sky. And then we're going to lift our knees one, then the other into tabletop. And what we're going to do is straighten one leg as we take the ball overhead, and then bring it back in, and then straighten the other leg, bring it back in, with control, down, and lift. So you're really focusing on keeping that back pressing down into the mat as you do this move, down, and lift, down, and lift, down, and lift, down, and lift. Keep going, 8, lift, 7, 6, and 5. Last 4, last 3, last 2, last 1. Good. From here, you're going to lift your shoulders up from the floor, and you're going to take the ball. So you're going to circle your arms round. You're going to take the ball behind the knees, bring it out, circle as you crunch back down. So you're going to lift, pass the ball under, circle round the top, back down, lift, and circle, and lift, and circle, and crunch, and down. So just circling round, and back down. Change the direction of the circles. 8, and down, and 7, down, last 6, down, 5, last 4, last 3, last 2. You're going to hold up number 1. Last 1, hold it behind the legs and just crunch as you reach the ball forward. Crunch, tuck the chin to protect that neck. Crunch forward. Crunch, 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 crunch. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down you come, and then I want you to squeeze the ball behind the knees. So really squeeze it in. Bring your arms out beside you, and then just take the knees a little bit away from your body, and then you're going to lower down to the side, and then lift back to the centre. Tap your toes, tap your toes. Same side, lower down, back to centre, tap your toes, tap your toes, same side, lift up. So we're using these obliques at the side and then the middle, nice and low in these abs, to the side, and tap, and tap. Go the other way, to the side, back up, tap the toes, to the side, lift, tap, and tap, to the side, keeping those shoulders down, tap, and tap, one more, to the side, lift up, tap, so you only come as far as feels comfortable for you, to the side. Okay, take hold of the ball again. We're going to repeat that ab section for on the top. So, starting with lifting that pelvis up towards the sky, pressing that lower back into the mat, and if you want for this one, you can lift your head off the floor and shoulders off the floor. So you're taking away the ball as you straighten one leg, then drawing it back in. 6, 7, and 8. Keep going for 8, 7, 6, and 5. Really focusing on that lower back, staying down. And 3, and 2, and 1. From there, circling the ball behind the legs, then lie back down. Lift up and down. Lift up and down. And lift and down. Keep going. 4 this way. Down and 3. Last 2. Last 1. Change the direction of those circles. 8. Passing it through. Should really be feeling this in those abs. 6. And 5. Last 4. 3. Last 2. Hold this one behind the legs. Pulse. 2. Tuck that chin. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze the ball behind the knees. Bring the arms out to the side. Lower to the side. As far as feels comfortable to you. Lift. Tap the toes. Tap the toes. Same side. Down. Left. Tap. And tap. Down. Lift. Tap. Tap. And down. Lift. Tap. Other side. Going down. And lift. Tap the toes. Tap the toes. Come down. And lift. Tap. Tap. Keep breathing through. 2 more. To the side. Lift. Tap. Tap. Last time. Down. Lift. Tap. And tap. Okay, release the ball. So I just want to stretch out that lower body and the back a bit. So draw the heels in towards the bum, tuck the chin. Just lift up slightly into a bridge and just feel this nice lengthening and stretching. We've been contracting these muscles, shortening them. So we're just going to stretch them out. So that was quite an intense glute work. I'm sorry about the internet problems. Oh God, I really don't want to have to call BT again. It'll be my 3rd call in a week. But I will. It might have been that thundery, stormy weather last night. Seems to always send the dish and various things going. This is the downside to living in the countryside. And then lower down, and then just take your right foot and flex it over the left knee, pushing that top knee away, lifting the leg up and squeezing out, just having this lovely stretch of the glute. Maybe straightening and bending off the bottom leg, seeing how that changes that stretch in the glute. 1 more of those. Leave it bent, then lower it down. Bringing the right foot down, taking that left foot flexed over the right knee. Push that top knee away, then lift the leg up from the floor, holding. Just hold for a second or 2, feeling into the stretch, and then start straightening if it feels good and bending the bottom leg, keeping both feet flexed. Keep pressing that top knee away. Good, leave that knee bent, lower it down. I want you to hug the knees in towards your chest, have a little rock side to side if it feels good. And then just circling with the hands, just circle those knees in towards the body and then straighten them out. It's quite nice to start the day with a on the mat session, even if it wasn't a particularly nice one. Change direction. Good. And then from there, just take it long, arms up overhead, full body stretch, easing out these tummies, really point the toes, reach the hands up above. Press the shoulders down into the mat and then flex your feet, stretch those calves. Good. And then bring your hands down and you are done. Bring yourself up to a seated position. That is your 30-minute bar core done. Hope you enjoyed that. It was quite glute heavy, but a nice little ab finisher. See you soon.